What kind of treasures can we find in the sand today? We're about to find out. Peerless double oaked. What a find. Let's get this back to the Bourbon Beach Whiskey Room and give it a taste. Hi, this is Scott. Welcome back to another show in the Bourbon Beach Treasures in the Sand series. Today, Peerless double oak. Was it worth the hunt? Let's find out. I'm super excited to do this review because I'm a double oak lover and I've been looking for this for almost a year now. I just love my Old Forester 1910. I got started off on double oaked with this. Then I moved on to this delicious waffle and syrup chocolate bomb, Woodford Reserve double oaked. So let's see how the Kentucky Peerless double oaked holds up against these two. Now this Peerless double oaked is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It's coming out of the Peerless Distilling Company in Louisville, Kentucky. And this is batch number 21, and it's coming in at a barrel proof of 108.4. Now this is a non-chill filtered bourbon with an undisclosed mash bill, and the MSRP is around $95. Now the Peerless double oaked, like the 1910, were both inspired by an accident. Now, a distillery fire is what inspired the double oaked over at Old Forester. The Peerless was leaking barrels. Leaking barrels made them re-barrel, thusly double oaked. Now what's interesting about this is a sweet mash bourbon as opposed to sour mash. It's one of the few distilleries that do a sweet mash bourbon. Another one is Castle and Key, and another one is Hard Truth. They also have a sweet mash. The whole sweet mash concept is very similar to sourdough bread, where they use some of the old mash bill and put it into the new batch of bourbon. Now, whereas a sweet mash bourbon only uses fresh ingredients for the fermentation process. And we'll get a little more into that sweet mash during the tasting because it really becomes apparent there. Well, let's give this a pour and see how it is. America. First of all, look at that color. Isn't that beautiful brown? Let's see what we've got here. Wow, okay. Nice. Okay, first of all, you get the typical brown sugar, chocolate, all that delicious caramel notes. But what's really most apparent on this one is there's no sour mash funk. That sour mash funk is not there. You can call that a layer of complexity. This may be missing that layer of complexity, but it complements it. This sweet mash is awesome. I like my sour mashes, but this sweet mash stands alone. Let's see what else we can pull out of this. I mean, I'm getting Coca-Cola, corn syrup, delicious, real sweetness. And again, none of that sour mash funk. That nice oak really comes through, like not a really old oak, but like almost a fresh cut, that fresh cut oak smell. Really nice note of that on there. Real nice. A touch of cinnamon on that too. Wow. Nice and complex, and I'm really liking that lack of that funk. There's no funk at all to it. Let's see what we got on the palate. Going in. Yum. Well, right away, you get that sweet corn, graham cracker coming up, a little bit of cooking pie crust. Wow, really delicious. A little tobacco leather note coming through. A lot of good oak, good sweet caramel, creme brulee type of sweetness. That charred oak chocolate combo is really coming through on this too. Wow, what a nice combination. Without that sour mash flavor, it almost has a fresher flavor. Now this is a straight bourbon. It's at least 4 years old, and then it's been re-aged in new charred oak barrels, so maybe 6 to 8 years old. Tastes very fresh in a good way. That's a winner. Wow. And that is not spicy at all. That is drinking closer to like 100 proof, whereas this is 108.4. Really nice. Drinking closer to 100 proof. And again, look at that beautiful dark color. Really nice. Wow. Well, and the finish, wow, what a long finish. Really nice finish, really mouth coating, syrupy, really oak dominant finish with a little bit of hint of cinnamon on the end, maybe a little bit of whatever they call baking spice. Well, cinnamon's there for sure. So glad this one washed up on shore. This was a really good find. Again, I was looking for this one for almost a year, ever since I discovered it was out. And I knew I liked the double oaks from the Old Forester and the Woodford Reserve. So again, yes, this is a winner. This is worth the hunt. It's worth the find. I would highly recommend it. If you are a double oak lover, this one is probably going to be your new favorite, because it's my new favorite. I'm glad I was able to add another double oak to my collection. Well, friends, that's about all I have on the Peerless Double Oaked. Yes, it's definitely worth the hunt. I would highly suggest adding it to your collection. It's a flavor bomb. It's a chocolate flavor bomb. You can't go wrong. So thank you, Peerless. You did great. Well, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Happy hunting. Thank you for watching. Cheers.